Bill and he's from BlackBull Markets. Behind me the chart of the Nasdaq 100, which rallied almost 3% today following Joe Biden's sign-off of the $1.9 trillion stimulus bill for the US heading into 2021. Now, of course, ever since November last year, we've seen investors flock into tech stocks, which has been the asset of choice, notably Tesla, of course, which is up some 500% in 12 months. Now, if we go back to the Nasdaq 100 chart, you can see a real buy the dip trend that's going on here, represented by this 50-day moving average line. So we had two price areas back in September and October where the prices fell below it and investors bought it back up, whereby we've had a solid trend moving to the upside, hitting new highs week after week. Now, last week was really interesting because we saw those bond yields rally to pretty high levels, and we saw almost 10% retracement in the Nasdaq 100. That was the biggest fall in 2 decades. That wiped off $1.5 trillion from the index in a few trading days. Now, what we've seen in the last few days is, again, that buy the dip vindication affirmed once more, bringing confidence back into the markets. And now from that low of 12,221, we've seen a 50% retracement all the way back over 13K, which is a real positive sign for investors getting back into the equity markets. More notably, we've seen the Dow Jones hit record high yesterday, and the S&P 500 also rallied higher. So what we could potentially see now is investors really see this as a chance to buy back, close above the 50-day moving average, this yellow line here, and push up to 14K. That is the target heading into next week for investors. If they can get a grip of this trade, push it past that key 50% fib retracement from last week's low, get it above 13K, then 13,300, then you're looking at 14K as a potential target. There's nothing really stopping this. Of course, interest rates are expected to stay pretty low for a while. New stimulus in the markets means more money injected into people's pockets, which potentially could reflect in tech stocks. Just as an example, you saw Tesla fall 30% last week, and now it's up 20% already this week. So almost a full retracement. Now, if you've seen this rally over time, you will be able to see a lot of correlation between this retracement and previous ones. This one has been a bit more extensive, but this buy the dip mentality is pretty affirmed in the tech stocks as well as other stock markets, and we could very well see a nice bull run next week. So do keep your eyes on the Nasdaq 100. Of course, the dollar having a bit of a turnaround as well from a nice strong week last week, so that could be well short-lived as well, and money flowing back into equities. So do trade safe. Watch out for previous support back down there. As easy as it can fly high, it can also turn around, but again, not much to argue the downside, rather more the upside. All the best.